Hey guys, Carlo here, back again for another showcase video, and this time we have Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, and Leia Organa from Star Wars The Last Jedi. And you might be wondering to yourself, wait a minute, Star Wars The Last Jedi came out in December, and you want to know what else came out in December? My latest video, other than this. And I'd just like to say I'm very sorry about that, guys. It's just that there's a lot more things going on right now with my life than there typically is. I mean, now I'm in a play production for my school, and I'm working really hard every day trying to, practice and, train for that. So, things might slow down because I want to focus on bigger and better things this year. And obviously that does not mean I will leave you guys hanging, at least not for as long as I did over the past month. So, once again, I do apologize for that. But without further ado, let's get started. Oh, wait, nope, that's not it, sorry. It turns out I left out quite a decent amount of stuff in the intro, and I'm sorry if the visuals now look a little bit different. This is the next day from when I filmed the entire video, like what you just saw, and the rest of this video. That was all shot previously, so, yeah, here's the update. So, I just want to say, hopefully you guys enjoy that new intro that I made for the new year. It's something a little bit more special. I think it's a lot cooler, a lot better music, a lot less cringy like techno thing that I used to use. And also, this is my 100th video, so I just like to give a little hoorah for that. So, yep, that's all I really wanted to say. And now I know that we're ready to move on to these minifigures. Okay, so here we have Luke Skywalker from Star Wars The Last Jedi. And you might be wondering or noticing, which is probably a better word to use, is that he is third-party accessory galore. And that comes with accessories from Brickforge and Cape Madness, and both those sites, amongst other third-party accessory websites, will be posted down in the description below, because it's the least I could do to help you guys if you want to make your figures like how I have them, if you're inspired after seeing this, because, I feel like it's the least I can do, honestly. And so yeah, going into that, he has a bunch of 3D elements such as 3D straps around his legs, which were made from glued around and wrapped strips of Cape Madness fabric at the stomach. I might as well just remove everything before I get into that. So, yeah, and this right here is his lightsaber. It was made from a Brickforge lightsaber beam piece, and it was made from a Brickforge lightsaber piece, at least one of them. It was made to look exactly like Luke's actual lightsaber from Return of the Jedi / The Last Jedi. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, and I painted it all in its glory. I painted around the grips up here, near the intersection right here, near the intersection here, the gold buttons and stuff down near the end, and yeah, so that's pretty cool, and I really like it, because it works a lot better than, a regular lightsaber piece like that. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's give you a better close look at his face. His face is the regular Lego head, but modified in the beard and in the eyebrows, because the eyebrows were looking kinda weirdly trimmed, so I thought I painted on not only a brand new color, but a brand new formation of the eyebrows to make them look more complete and less weird. And the hair is the same as the Lego figure, but just painted in my own gray with washes of a little bit of a lighter gray. And going on removing that, you can see that I did nothing to the other side, and we're just gonna go pop that 100% off, and I'll give you a nice look at not only the inside of the body, but his cape here. And his cape was made from a Cape Madness overcoat, I believe it was called, and he used that. I used a dark brown overcoat, and then I gave it all sorts of washes of different muted, even darker colors of brown. And just to give you that nice, really leathery effect, as you can see, it's a little bit shinier in some areas to show, maybe it's has a little bit of a greater sheen. Nothing about it is at all symmetrical, and I think that makes it cool. And when I mean by symmetrical, I just mean, same colors. So, yeah, and under that, we have a differently colored trench coat that's going around his tattered sort of body, torso jacket, and his torso jacket is met by a little bit of a belt right here in the middle, and that was made out of a differently colored, bright brown color. and I just painted on a little buckle there in silver. And yeah, painted on boots. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And also, he has a little bit of a brown glove right there. I don't know why I say a little bit, because, you know, it is a brown glove. And yeah, that has to do it for Luke Skywalker. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this figure, because I really enjoyed him while I made him. And yeah, I'm not going to do this stalling thing. So yeah, that's going to do it for Luke Skywalker. And now, let's move on to Chewie. And now, making Chewie was quite an interesting process, but in the end, he wasn't actually that hard at all to make, because, of course, the hardest part about him was, of course, making his arms, hands, and legs have a sculpted continuing fur pattern, as shown sculpted into the whole body, torso, head configuration that LEGO has made. And what LEGO has made, I just modified by painting in my own brown and also my own light brown, and, you know, completely repainting the face and just basically giving this guy a whole entire makeover and making him look consistent both to the texture and to the color. And to make his sculpted fur pattern on his legs and arms and hands, I used green stuff, and I used an X-Acto knife, and I made little indentations to show the separation between the fur lines and all that, and I think it came out to look pretty cool. And other than that, he just has his gun, aka his bowcaster, and to make it, I just used a regular Lego crossbow. And what I did is I snipped off the wires with an X-Acto knife, and then I sanded everything down smoothly, and then I sculpted on the little balls near the sides, and I painted it all up in silver and sort of dry brushed here at the end, and then painted all with like a black weather. And as you can see, I purposely made it chip at the side, and I also didn't purposely mean to rip his hand off, so sorry there, Chewie. And yeah, and I think it looks pretty cool. And also, side note, I did glue on some scopes that were made out of, I think they were lever pieces. Yeah, I believe so. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. And also, I just painted on some toes. And to end out this segment, I will give you a tiny look at what's going on in between his legs, because, you know, why not? Yep, and also, by the way, the sculpted fur pattern was done by someone else before, who I can't think of, but I do know that the extended leg tutorial was done by Legomatic 9, which he originally got from Bill Bobful, so I will leave links to both of those accounts down below. So yeah, that's going to do it for Chewie, our favorite Wookiee. And yeah, we're going to move on to our final character, Leia Organa. Now here we have Leia Organa, and she looks quite a bit different this time around. I'm especially, like, you know, talking about her color design, because she's usually dressed in a lot brighter colors, but now she is basically the leader of the whole resistance team. She has something that shows a little bit more of her rank, and to go over, like, there's really not that much interesting about this figure, other than, like, maybe, like, the gun and, like, the head, and other than that, it's pretty simple of a figure. I mean, she's got a Cape Madness, like a very dark gray Cape Madness trench coat, and it was cut and it was folded over her shoulders in a very specific way, like how it is in the movie. And as you can see, the flap even goes over, like, it even shows, like, the corner of her torso. And on the inside, it's just a small design, and it is made from a area like curved torso. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. It might be too dark, but hey, whatever. She also has a few bracelets right here, followed by a few rings. This over here, it's all turquoise, but the ring over here is like emerald and like green. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And over here is her gun. And her gun is, I do not know the name of it. It's just a blaster from what I could read. But it was made from a cut down and modified Lego. Well, actually not Lego. It was actually a Brick Arms Spy Carbine. I'll show you guys a picture of that right there so you can see what I did. I chopped off the side right here, and I sanded down the scope from on top. Because if you look at her blaster, as seen by Hot Toys images, you can see that it's a very slim pistol with a very elongated suppressor. Or whatever, I don't know, just some sort of, like, long barrel, and that's pretty much it. Her face is the regular Princess Leia head, but with a few added wrinkles underneath the eye and chin. and some painted in gray eyebrows and some darker lipstick. And that's pretty much that. And the hairpiece is the same bun hairpiece from The Empire Strikes Back that she carries over into this film. And it's just painted into washes of black, gray, and tan. A little bit of a tan color. And yeah, that's going to do it for Leia. So with that, let's just wrap up this video. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for my Star Wars The Last Jedi showcase. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was like a long time in the making. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. It just got so long somehow. But they're here, and I want to talk about regarding a few other things. And this is talking about just the channel alone and what I want to do with it. So, obviously, you know, things are late, like, you know, say for example, like Justice League figures, that's sort of blurry for a reason, and, you know, other things, you know, might get fallen in the loop, like Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War, which is also another thing I want to get to. It's just that some things might fall behind, and that's okay because, you know, I want to keep pushing forward, but I don't want to leave anything behind. So that's why after this video, I'm going to do Black Panther, and I'm going to do exactly what I wanted to do way back in November. I want to finish what I started with Justice League once again, with another figure to show you right there. And so yeah, after that, I want to move straight into Infinity War. And unfortunately, Infinity War is going to be pretty short. I believe I'm going to be doing 2 to 3 main figures and then Thanos, and that's it. I just want to play it safe because creatively, I feel kind of burnt on superhero and, like, you know, nerdy Star Wars movies and all that. And I want to move into more creative and original ideas. Like, I want to make figures from, like, you know, different games and different movies. Like, I was just thinking about making, like, a Spaceballs showcase, maybe. And also working on a Batman Arkham City showcase. That's going to be a big one when I get around to making that, hopefully sometime this year. And yeah, I just want to try to expand out, and I don't want to, you know, let my creativity be bogged down by, you know, the schedule of superhero movies and all that slate. So, yeah, hopefully you guys understand, and hopefully you guys appreciate the pattern I'm going to be going in within this year, and with all the properties I'm choosing to go with. So, yeah, hopefully you guys will look forward to that, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys.